Today, I'm diving into some tough love parenting techniques that I'm going to try out with my kids to see if they really work. Tough love in parenting, it's a concept that can spark a lot of debate, but essentially, it's about striking a balance between showing my kids love and affection while also setting clear boundaries and discipline. It's a relevant topic for many parents today as we struggle to raise our kids in a world that's vastly different from the one we grow up in. So, let's dive in. I think many of us can relate to the struggles of trying to balance love and discipline. We want our kids to feel loved, to feel supported, but we also want them to develop discipline and responsibility. The question is, how do we do that without being too harsh or too lenient? It's a fine line to work, and it's easy to get caught up in the guilt of not doing enough or doing too much. As parents, we've all been there, feeling like we are falling or that our kids are somehow manipulating us into getting their way. When our kids push boundaries, it's natural to feel frustrated or angry. But what if we are actually creating a pattern of behavior that's hard to break? What if by giving in to their demands, we are inadvertently teaching them that they can get what they want by throwing a tantrum or by being disobedient? It's a tough realization to come to, but it's an important one. By setting clear boundaries and consequences, we are not being mean or unloving. We are actually giving our kids the gift of discipline and responsibility. It's hard to know where to draw the line, especially when our kids are young and we want to protect them from hurt or disappointment. But the truth is, our kids need to experience failure and setbacks in order to learn and grow. They need to know that they are not entitled to everything they want just because they want it. And they need to understand that their actions have consequences, not just for themselves, but for others as well. Let's talk about some specific tough love techniques that can help instill discipline while maintaining a loving relationship. One technique is to use natural consequences. For example, if your kids forget their lunch, they have to go without or buy one at school. Another technique is to set clear expectations and follow through on them. For example, if your kids doesn't do their homework, they lose screen time. And finally, there's that technique of using positive language to redirect behavior. For example, instead of saying, stop doing that, you say, let's find a better way to do this. These techniques may seem simple, but they can be really effective in teaching our kids discipline and responsibility. And the best part is they can be used in all sorts of situations. For, from getting them to clean their room to getting them to eat their veggies. I want to share a powerful story that illustrates the positive impact of tough love techniques on a child's behavior and emotional development. A friend of mine was struggling with her teenage son, who was consistently breaking curfew and lying about where he was going. She was at her wits' end and didn't know what to do. But then she decided to take a tough love approach. She took away his phone and car privileges and told him that he had to earn them back by showing responsibility and respect. It wasn't easy, and there were many tears and arguments along the way. But eventually, her son started to see the error of his ways and began to make changes. He started being more honest and respectful and even began to take initiative in helping out around the house. This story shows that tough love techniques can be credibly effective in helping our kids develop discipline and responsibility. And the best part is they can actually strengthen our relationship with our kids rather than damage it. By setting clear boundaries and expectations, we are showing our kids that we care about them and want the best for them. And when we follow through on consequences, we are teaching them that their actions have real life implications. The key to making tough love techniques work is consistency. If we are inconsistent in our approach, our kids will quickly learn to manipulate the system and get what they want. But if we are consistent and clear in our expectations, they will begin to develop discipline and responsibility. The magic happens. They will start to make better choices and develop into capable, confident adults. Before I go, I want to invite you to share your experiences with tough love parenting in the comments below. And also check my book on discipline on Amazon. Have you tried any of the techniques I mentioned today? What worked for you and what didn't? And if you want to learn more about parenting strategies, be sure to check out my next video where it will be discussing even more effective techniques for raising kids and healthy kids. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video.